In 1987, then President Ronald Reagan gave one of his most infamous speeches where he stated, "Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bond. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world." Now, many people have read between the lines of this statement and thought that perhaps he knew something. The real subtext, though, is this: don't burn bridges. You'll be surprised how many times you have to cross that same river. And don't do something permanently stupid just because you are temporarily upset. Right now, Washington, D.C., and a good portion of the world is doing something very stupid. They are burning a bridge with Russia. The U.S., long term, needs to have peace and détente and relations with Russia far more than it does Ukraine. And nobody is seeing this. I thought of a really good analogy that I think the vast majority of my audience can relate to. Have you ever had a friend in your life, whether it was a man or a woman, and they were in this relationship where one person had this unhealthy, needy syndrome? Guys, I know what you're talking about. You know what I'm talking about here? Where you have that guy friend who was just always running to this girl's aid. She was always in need of something, and he had that knight in shining armor thing going on. It goes the other way too. Sometimes women, for whatever reason, will stick with deadbeat guys, thinking they can change them, thinking they can fix them. Now, I'm sure a lot of folks can relate to that. That's really what's going on a world level right now, on a global stage right now. This whole thing with Ukraine is unhealthy princess syndrome. Many people say, well, Russia didn't have to do this and Russia didn't have to do that. Ukraine could have ended this. Ukraine could have made a decision that would have ended the entire thing up front. All they would have had to do is say, okay, Donbass region, if you want to be part of Russia, that's fine. Anybody in the Donbass region who doesn't want to be part of Russia, come into the western part of Ukraine. But Russia, if these folks want to be allied with you, then they can be. We believe in their right to self-determination. You see, that's a hallmark of a free society. They believe in people's right to self-determination. It is absolutely cringe, Ukraine, the unhealthy princess, running to D.C. saying, oh no, big bad Russia's picking on us. Can you save us? Can you save us? Can you rally the world to save us? They could have saved themselves by making better decisions. This area used to be part of the Soviet Union a long time ago. It's not like this is just some random rebel group of people. That's all the Ukrainian president would have had to do, is come out and state publicly, okay, Donbass region, we acknowledge as a free society your right to self-determination. There are those among you who don't want to be part of Russia. We would ask that you allow them to have a humanitarian corridor, which, by the way, Russia has already agreed to, into the western part of Ukraine, and you can ally yourself with Russia. But is that what happened? No. No, the little princess, the former comedian, Zelensky, held his breath till he turned blue, fell on the ground, and screamed and stomped his feet. And now we have this giant nonsense garbage situation going on in the world right now. And most Americans don't realize we need to have relations with Russia much more than we need relations with the Ukraine. That's just the reality. And we're starting to see Shades of Venezuela. Unbelievable. U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham has now called for the open assassination of Vladimir Putin. And nobody is condemning it. Nobody at all. Reminds me of that horrible picture that Rubio put up of Gaddafi. They tried for years to take out Castro, tried for years to take out Maduro and Chavez. This smacks of Venezuela. They were wrong about this, and they're going to be wrong about Ukraine. Don't burn bridges, because believe me, if you had a choice, looking back throughout history and going forward, what would be the smarter move? Make decisions that allow you to go forward with a relationship with Russia, or make a big, huge, flaming deal over two little tiny provinces in the eastern part of Ukraine. That's what the U.S. should have told Zelensky to do. Let him have the Donbass. They want to be part of Russia. And then we'll go forward from there. But don't be ridiculous about this. But, of course, Biden needed the big win, didn't he? Biden needed that big knight in shining armor moment, didn't he? Because he was flailing so badly in the polls, and State of the Union speech, where they're chanting, USA, USA, USA. This is all about his political career. That's all this was about. This is going to go badly. And Washington, D.C. is going to have no one to blame but themselves. Ukraine is not going to win. If the Russians want Ukraine, the Russians will take Ukraine. It might take longer. They're trying to spin that as some kind of a win, which is ridiculous. And truly, if we were to ever fight or have to fight some foreign entity from outer space, let's say they decide they want to take out the U.S. first. You think Russia's going to help? Think that bridge has been thoroughly burnt now because of the crap we're doing? Over a comedian? The man was a comedian. Just a comedian. And this goes to something we've been talking about over at the Florida Mucky Patreon channel. It is easy to make decisions when things are all goodness and light and sunshine, without considering the long-term ramifications. What if this happens? What if that happens? What if? Doing the risk-reward analysis. I use the series Colony, of course, because this guy doesn't do in the series. I know it's Hollywood, it's the plot, but I think it's emblematic of a lot of people making decisions and not thinking down the road, how could this come back to bite us? Now that we have made full-blown enemies of Venezuela, Cuba, Russia, China, we are on tentative footing with Brazil, Mexico, India, Pakistan. We are just getting further and further isolated. And make no mistake, decisions have consequences. Decisions like this down the road have consequences. I think there's a lot of folks in Washington, D.C., if they had to do over again, would have handled Venezuela very differently. Would love to have you over at the Patreon channel. It's where we talk about things we can't talk about here, because it gets a little dicey. There's some things that just have to be said that aren't really meant for public consumption. So $1 per month, less than that if you sign up for a year. It's like 3 pennies per day. Would love to have you over there. We're going to have a brand new video up Monday talking about this issue, specifically this issue, and how this is all emotionalism. I want to know what happened to the anti-war left. I really do. Watching the State of the Union, and they're talking about going to war with using NATO, chanting USA, USA. What happened to the blame USA first crowd? I thought the US was the problem. Isn't that what the left in this country has been pushing since the Obama years? It's really the US is the problem. The U.S. is really the problem, and we need to be taken down a few notches because the rest of the world, blah, 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 blah. But then all of a sudden, this thing with the Ukraine pops up, and it's USA, USA, USA. Can someone please explain how they can just literally flip a switch? But I think we know. I think we all know. It's what happens when you operate emotionally. And you have people that want to feel a certain way about something. And it's cringe to watch. And I'll leave it there. God bless, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.